Have you been wanting to know if you can be Christian and a witch? That's coming up right after this. Hey everybody, my name is Mel from Mel's Divination. Welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new here, I am Mel. I'm the creator, the owner, the operator of Mel's Divination, and I like to post on Wednesdays for spiritual based things: witchcraft, tarot, energy, astrology, divination, you name it. So we've been posting some pretty heavy stuff. Me and Spirit have been posting some pretty heavy stuff over the last couple of weeks, and this is going to be the last one that's heavy for a little bit. And then coming up over the next few weeks will be more light and easy kind of vibes. But I promised this one was coming, and so today we are going to do this. Please forgive the background music. I really hope it's not drowning me out. I will check on that in a moment. It is Saturday here when I'm filming because I have time to do it right now, and my neighborhood is loud. And I've mentioned this in other films that I have neighbors that like to be, so hopefully we will get through this noise. It is on my wish list to get a microphone soon. So, with all that said, here we go. So for those of you who don't know me or haven't, if you're new to my channel, I do keep notes down below, so I will be looking down to look at my notes to make sure that I am a bit organized and that kind of thing. Also, talking about Christianity and witchcraft, for those of you also who are new to me, or who are fairly new to me, as a reminder, I am not Christian. I am secular. I left the church a long time ago. I will leave that in a video link that you can watch later on. I was raised Catholic. So this video I did quite a bit of research for and talked to some people as well. Okay. I'm sorry that my camera is zooming in and out. I'm not quite sure why. I'm going to try to stay still and hope that helps. I apologize for that. So this topic was inspired by an actual Christian friend of mine who repeatedly tried to convert me to their side. They saw things in extremes, and by no means do I feel every Christian is like this, but they constantly tried to save my soul. Save my soul was the wording that was used, and get me to stop practicing tarot, stop doing readings, stop doing what I love to do for a living, and stop doing anything witchcraft related because they felt that I was going to go to hell. That's what they repeatedly said to me. So I wanted to talk today about witchcraft blended with Christianity and other faiths, any other faiths. It doesn't have to just be Christianity specific, but I will be mostly speaking about Christianity. Ironically enough, as I was writing my notes and researching about this, a subscriber, asked about being Catholic and a witch. So this is also going to cover that at least a little bit. So can you be a witch and Christian? Or any other faith for that matter? And the answer is yes, of course you can. Now, you can be anything you wish. And the thing is, they sound kind of contradictory. How can you be Christian and a witch? How can you be Catholic and a witch? Well, we're going to go over everything around that right now. We're going to talk all about it, and by the time we get to the end of this video, you'll have a better understanding. So, some people struggle with this concept because Christianity teaches that witchcraft, divination, and fortune-telling is evil and comes from the devil. And yes, that literally is in the Bible, that's where this comes from. When I looked up the quotes about fortune-telling and mediums in the Bible, the list was extremely lengthy, but one that I took out was from Deuteronomy And I know I'm not going to say it right, so I'm going to link it right here because I don't know the chapters and verses and how to say that properly. But it was from Deuteronomy. Here's the information right here. And the quote was, "There shall not be found among you anyone who burns his son or his daughter as an offering. Anyone who practices divination or tells fortunes or interprets omens or a sorcerer or a charmer or a medium or a necromancer or one who inquires of the dead, for whoever does these things is an abomination to the Lord." That was just one. The list, there was like 25 minimally. My cat is being spastic. Sorry guys, I don't know if you can hear her. As you can, she just got the zoomies. As you can see, maybe it's spirit protecting me from the devil. As you can see, it's very much frowned upon in the Bible. And it is a theme throughout, actually. And if any of you have heard of Doreen Virtue, comment down below if you've heard of Doreen Virtue, tongue twister. Doreen Virtue. Comment down below if you've heard of her. Comment down below if you want me to do a video about her. What is happening? Sorry, the cat is suddenly very zoomy. This was a very hot topic many years ago, and I can talk about this if you'd like me to, so let me know. I feel like it's been kind of like beaten to death, dead horse kind of vibe, so if you want me to talk about it, I will. It was a hot topic years ago in the community. She left the practice. She was a very big spiritual person who created so many oracle decks, and she left the practice of reading and creating oracle cards because she claims to have suddenly seen Jesus and he told her to stop what she was doing. That's the summary of it, but I can get into a big video if you guys want me to. Now, I am no authority on Christianity, nor Catholics really at this point, because I have not been a practicing Catholic since I was 15. I chose to leave the church when I was about 13 and was forced to finish my confirmation until I was 15. But yeah, so we'll say 15. Or any other religions at this point. I am definitely not. Even Wicca, I'm not an authority on Wicca. I looked into it and I don't fit inside a box. So Wicca doesn't work for me either. So I'm sharing the information I've gathered. Okay, as witches, you may prescribe to a certain type of witchcraft. Maybe it's Wicca, maybe it's green witchcraft or a hedge witch. It really is open to the individual practitioner. So as far as Christianity and Catholics, they really discourage doing anything that has to do with what I mentioned, the fortune telling, the witchcraft, the looking into tarot, because that's going against Jesus. That's going against God, and only God knows all. And it's not that witchcraft or divination is knowing all, but it's considered taking away from what God knows. It's considered trying to foretell the future and manipulating what God has ordained, what God has planned. My personal opinion is that these are things that God, if we want to say God, I don't really call it God, I call it universe and source, but if you want to call it that, these are things that were created by God. So, okay, why would these things be given to us if we weren't allowed to use them? Right? I don't know. Just my thoughts about it. So the one thing that drew me to witchcraft in the first place is nothing is cookie cutter, and it's basically one size fits all, meaning anything that you want to do, anything you want to look at, anything you want to work on, you can take a bit of this and 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 dump it all together, and it works, right? And it works. So here's the thing. You can do the same with any religion. I have always related to witchcraft because it felt like home to me from the beginning. I was drawn to it from a very, very young age, maybe third grade, second grade. I was probably 7 or 8 years old. I was being pulled to it, and I didn't really know much about it, but I was pulled to it. So you can totally do what you want at any age, and you can totally take what resonates with you from different practices. So you can do the same with any religion. You can take what resonates, you can leave the rest. You don't have to subscribe blindly to Christianity or Catholics or anything else and follow each thing. Meaning, if it feels off, then don't hold space for that part in your life. For instance, there's situations where the Bible preaches certain things, and maybe you don't feel that, but you connect with other parts of the Bible. So follow that part, right? These religions can be very closed-minded. A lot of the religions are closed-minded and were created centuries ago, before the current modern world that we are here in. Many things, practices, and thought forms are outdated. And just one little example that I had written down to share with you guys is like believing that homosexuals are going to hell, that homosexuals are not of God, if you believe in hell, that is. So that's something that I wanted to touch upon, because really Jesus teaches that everybody, Jesus, God, the Bible, teaches that everybody should be loved. So why are homosexuals any different? Why are lesbians any different? Why? So, and some of that has been shifted a little bit, but the point is, you are a unique individual. No one in the world can tell you what your religion is, your beliefs, and your practices. No one can tell you. I mean, they can try. They can say you should, but they're not inside your head. This is free from what anybody else. They cannot mind control you, right? Your beliefs, your practice, your choices, it's your mind and your mind alone. They can try to manipulate you. They can try to tell you how it should be, but you're completely free to make your own choices. And I know in some countries that's not the case, so maybe you need to do things quietly or privately and not be out in the open, true. But what I'm saying is, your mindset is your choice. You have control over how you think about things. You may need to be quiet and private, but you can make choices for yourself, whether out in the open or privately, but that's all you. Nobody else is telling you how to make choices. Nobody else can force you to choose what you believe. Nobody else can force you to believe in Santa Claus or not. Nobody else can force you to believe that there's God or not God. That's on you, right? So you can take a sprinkle of witchcraft, a sprinkle of Buddhism, a sprinkle of Christianity, and blend it. Why not? Of course you can. Of course you can. Yoga's been introduced, and Reiki, and energy healing, and all sorts of things. Aromatherapy's big now. That's all sprinkled in. People who are Christians suddenly, oh, we're doing Reiki, and we're doing yoga, and we're doing aromatherapy. That's part of witchcraft. That's acceptable in most circles. Blowing out candles. Anyway, so does this sound wrong? Break out of that box, the box that you've been put in, that little shape that you've been told you have to fit into. You don't have to fit into any shape. So it is just limiting beliefs that have you stuck, a script that someone gave you, a script that someone sold you and said you have to. No, you don't. You're here to pave your own way. You're an individual. As a person, so let's take religion and witchcraft and thought, limiting beliefs, right? And set them aside for a minute. Let's talk about an individual as a person. As a person, I bet you like all kinds of music, hobbies, people, movies, food, TV shows, books, genres. I know I do. I am so dynamic. I played the flute. I did tap, jazz, and ballet. I sang in chorus. I liked rap music. I liked classical music because of my ballet background. I liked foreign language music. I liked country stations. I liked hardcore alternative metal with my goth side. I liked crime shows. Nobody told me what to like and what not to like. I found what I liked by my experiences, right? You can do the same thing, and I'm sure everybody I'm talking to has their own eclectic things like that without putting a label on it. And you don't have to put a label on that, right? So it's the same thing with religion. Why can't you do the same thing with religion? You like this teaching of Buddhism, you like this teaching when it comes to Hindus, you like this teaching when it comes to Christianity. You can do that. That's how I function. I'm not saying you have to, but you can. Think outside of the box. Think for yourself. Why can't you use your intuition and trust yourself and live life the way that feels right? Why? Who are you hurting if you do this? You're not hurting anybody if you do that. Who are you hurting if you don't do that? You're only hurting yourself because you're staying closed-minded and you're being told what to think instead of making your own choices. So the answer, you're not hurting anybody except for yourself. You can have God, Jesus, Buddha, you can have Ganesha, you can have Isis, you can have anyone you want and magic in your life. Think about that one. So Jesus preached love everyone, right? And the Christian faith is based off of Jesus. Isn't everyone also technically witches? Resurrection from the dead is believed in the Bible. Frankincense is used at funerals for offerings. Sorry guys, but that's all from pagan. That's pagan origins. So is Christmas celebrations from Yule, along with many other Christian traditions. I was just reading about Lammas and Lugus. I'm not going to say it. I can't say it right. The one that's coming up, August 1st. Lugus Nada. I know I'm not going to say it right because it's spelled really funny. I'll write it down below. A lot of those traditions were stolen from pagan traditions, and there is a holiday that matches with Christianity when I was reading about the background history of that. To keep the pagan people that they were trying to convert in line with Christianity, so they were just like, oh, okay, that's just like our Loafmas. That's just like our Lammas. That's just like that. Yeah, they did that a lot. The Christians did that a lot with pagan holidays. A lot. So really, Christian traditions changed to keep the pagans in line so that it was easier for them to just come along. So it's okay to be both, guys. It is okay. So truly, at the end of the day, it's your choice. It's your option. It's in you what you want to do. If you want to be a witch, if you want to be Wiccan, if you want to be Christian or Catholic or Buddhist or Muslim, it's up to you. Follow your heart. Follow your intuition. Where do you feel like you belong? And if you feel like you belong somewhere in between all of those things, that's okay too. Your relationship with Source, with God, with universe, with the higher power is your personal choice. And I have said that since I was 15. I can have a relationship with Source and not walk into a church for the rest of my life and still have a better relationship with some people that go to church every week. So, that's my opinion. Again, do your research. Don't just listen to me. Do what feels right to you. I am not the only authority on this. I'm not even an authority on this. I am just sharing what I've seen, what I've learned, what I've experienced, what I think. Check out other influencers, read books, do your research. I hope this has helped you guys. That quote was from the Bible, so I don't really need to link that down below. I don't think. I hope everybody knows what the Bible is, the Holy Bible. And comment down below. Please like, share, subscribe, comment. I think that's about it. And I'll see you guys all in the next video. Bye for now.